Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Fly is probably on a different level than most people here in this tournament, so he would probably have really good chances at winning.
Are under attack.
But he's sadly not playing. Focus was actually signed up until like half an hour before it started, I think, but it seems like he resigned. Maybe he didn't have time or something. So sadly we don't really have any strong Orc Hope in this Gera Cup. But we have Sock, so if he wins against Sonik this best of 3, there's some hope here that we're not gonna see only UD versus Nilov or any mirror matchup of this races, which would be kinda nice. Right, so Sonik is playing the standard Demon Hunter, just creeping this out here. Whereas Sock did that as well. It's quite a low HP militia, while his water mantle didn't tank as much as usual because he wanted to make sure that the Wisp couldn't get a proper detonate. Hunter's Hall is coming up already. I think he actually started building the Hunter's Hall before building the Moonwell even. So you can go into this early Huntresses and such to try to do as much as possible about Sock's expansion. Sock is just gonna get level 2 here, and then he's gonna go for the expansion spot. Is the stream still laggy, or is it just me? It's not on my end anymore at this point, as far as I can tell from here, not dropping any frames. Alright, now it's gonna start already. Sonik moving over to the expansion, where Sock is actually first gonna creep this. So Sonik will probably just go and find him here. 41 supply for Sock. The hell? What's up with that? Ah, there we go. Okay, Sonik actually just scouting basically. Getting Ultra Vision already and his first Huntress, and he's still tier 1. And him moving the Wisp down here seems like he might want to counter expand like here maybe. We'll have to see. Sock is just gonna go for this now. He somehow has to do it right now, and just ignore the Demon Hunter as best as he can. Try to not lose too many units. Problem is he needs like inhuman micro to actually do this really well. And so far it's working out quite nicely, but the Auger match, Sock can't go for it as long as the Demon Hunter is around. Because he could just deal with the Mana Burn, and Mana Burn is too late. Sock gets it, gets to level 3. If he can get another Water Mantle out now, he has the mana for it, but probably not the cooldown. One more Water Mantle would make this quite easy to defend. He also pulled some additional militia from his main base still. Most of them are low HP now though. And he seems to be quite fine for now. There's the Archer Shadow Mallet here though, so no chance for Sock to build his main building here without getting a Dust of Appearance first. Sonik is not fully committing to that though, so there's like that strategy where you Shadow Melt an Archer here and here. So it's impossible for Human to actually build the expansion without getting dust, and then you just buy all the Dust of Appearance from the shops. But Sonik is not really committing to that. Sonik, on the other hand though, is committing to quite some Huntresses, and he actually still is tier 1, and in fact it's a double Ancient of War. For some reason I completely missed it earlier, but I guess it was quite obvious for quite some time, since he didn't start his tag at all. So Sonik actually massing tier 1 Huntresses, and he's just gonna try to straight up break this. And this is also one of the main reasons why I really dislike expanding on Secret Volley against Night Elf, because it's just such a good map for them to play Huntresses on, especially because of the healing fountain that is right next to the expansion. And the problem with that is that healing fountain heals based on like percentages. So a low HP Huntress heals up as fast as a low HP Archer. So you can just heal up your Huntresses quite well, you don't have to rely on the Moonwell choose. Because usually if Night Elf plays mass Huntresses like this, they just can't sustain it because they can't heal up their Huntresses anymore. But like this, as long as the Huntresses don't get surrounded and the Night Elf micros, there's like almost no way to actually fully kill those Huntresses if they're being microed away nicely. So that's a big issue in Secret Volley here, and so far this is working out really, really well for Sonik. He lost his Archer here and he lost his TP, but he killed a lot of stuff here. He completely cancelled the towers. And he just applied a lot of pressure. Now if Sock would actually have some nice mana items, like at least a Mantle of Intelligence, well, he can't have a Sobi Mask yet, it doesn't drop at the expansion spot here. But if he would have like a lot of mana regeneration or some nice mana items, he would have a better chance at doing something here with more bottom-ends against the masses of Huntresses. But for now, this is looking rather bad for Sok. He's at 34 supply against 45. Sonik still not teching, he's just fully committing to this. And he will easily be able to cancel those towers again, there's like nothing Sok can do about that. I mean, he can buy time, but he's losing all of his peasants in the process. And as long as Sok doesn't get any towers up, he's not going to be able to secure this expansion. And with not being able to secure this expansion after this kind of early game, he will not be able to come back into the game. He at least got one Huntress, not getting the other one at once too fast. Well, he wanted to try to go for it with the Archmage with the boots, but Huntresses blocked the way. Still has that one Water Elemental, but at this point it's not enough. Archmage is completely out of mana, Demon Hunter level 3, so there's no more Water Elementals to be coming in the near future. And still, as long as Sok doesn't at least get one guard tower up, he just cannot defend this. And even at the current pace as to how this is going, Sonik will most likely take the first game. And it's just really incredibly hard to actually fast expand against a good Isle player on this map. Because this Hunter's play is just so insanely strong because of those healing fountains. Because without the healing fountains, this would really not be that strong. Because you can just damage the Huntresses and they can't come back into the fight because they, like, the Moonwell Truce would be gone really damn fast. But like this, they basically have infinite healing, and as long as you, as mentioned earlier, as long as you don't get a surround, or as long as the Nalf doesn't mess up the micro, you cannot kill a single Huntress. Unless you maybe get a nice block or something like that. But that's the big issue here, and Sok now actually trying to go into attack and Blacksmith as well. But at this point it's probably not gonna work out anymore, because there's still 42 supply Huntresses for Sonik. A level 4 Demon Hunter, Sok's Archmage, all he can do right now is try to somehow survive. And Sonic's tech is more than halfway finished already. His main base is somewhat safe, but it can still be sieged a bit by the Huntresses, like the altar will die, the farm will probably die as well. There's not much Sok can do about this really. And Sok is just losing too much. He lost so much in the early game. He still has a lighter tech. His lumber economy is almost non-existent. At least he has some lumber banked up, but only 4 lumber peasants. That's gonna be a struggle, especially because he has to rebuild his altar. He has to rebuild his farm. He needs to somehow get Arcane Sanctions and second tier and all that. It's just really not looking great for Sok at this point. I would be really surprised if he still finds a way to come back into this game. Because he has nothing going for him, like everything went bad, basically. Like at this point there's really nothing going for him, and he also has a power build all the time, so he's getting even less lumber income than he already has. And that barracks is still gonna die as well, like he has almost no way to defend it. There we go, healing clarity, instantly cancelled by the mana burn, and he's just completely getting destroyed right now. Panda is here already as well. And he can't even get out of the supply block, he can't even build farms as fast as they're falling. I still complete supply block, not a single production building. And what Sonik can do now is he can creep the whole map, he can expand, he can get rights for even more map control. He's getting his tier 3 already. Sonik could also just straight up push into the space and maybe end the game with it. But it's safer for him to just creep now, get a level 3 panda, then maybe push again. Or just wait for the later stages of the game, because Sonik is in an incredibly good spot right now. And probably one of the only ways that he could still lose the lead that he has right now is by being too aggressive, by fighting into Sok's base and towers. So he can just creep now, that's an easy level 2 panda, even has the Ancient 4 to help with creeping. He still has the healing fountains as well, so losing HP on his Huntresses doesn't even matter that much. Archmage actually has to be careful here. And it's 30 supply against 47, Sok literally has nothing. And as soon as that panda hits level 3, this whole army is being rendered completely useless basically, especially against the Huntresses. It's like 1 Drunken Haze, 1 Breath of Fire, for half HP. And Sok is trying his best to somehow get back into this game. Doesn't want to leave the game early on. There's the people that would have already left the game for quite some time to just stay clear-headed, not tilt because of this game or anything, and just try their best in the next game. But there's also the way that you can do it like Sonik is doing it right now, to just try as much as you can, try to somehow find a way back into the game, no matter how small the chance is, and see if that works out. Problem with that is, can get you into a bad mood. And there we go, it doesn't even require a level 3 Panda. Altar is dead again. No Blood Mage for Sock, and one of the observers leaving already. And there's tier 3 for Sonik. As soon as he gets Master Bears and like 2 of them, and then he can just move the space and go AFK. But Sock is trying his best to somehow stay in this game, but it's not gonna happen at this point. Not against Sonik. Not at this high level of play. That's gonna be the level 3 Panda as well. Sock just trying to move out now, trying to get something done. But there's already one Dryad, so if he gets into the range of the Dryad, he's gonna lose the Rifleman at least. If Sonik decides to focus that one. There's the level 3 Panda securing the creep of the Breath of Fire, great healing potion as well. And there we go, there's the GG. Sock had enough for now, and it's 1-0 for Sonik.